What'd you make of the Jets hiring Aaron Glenn? What'd you make of that hire?
I like it.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I'm an Aaron Glenn fan. I mean, Aaron Glenn, awesome defensive mind, the ability to communicate and lead men. I have no doubt about that. I've been around him a few times in my life. He's got that ability. All you can do is, first off, Dan Campbell doesn't have anybody on his staff that's not capable of doing that. Right. So that's the one thing you got to know. Then with that defense and Aaron Glenn, I mean, this is the most talented defense he's ever coached. And I love it because the Jets run that Seattle scheme, and I like that scheme when you have really good talent, but there's not enough game plan specific creativity. And as good as they are, they don't create a lot of chaos or turnovers ever when you play in that scheme. And that's where Aaron Glenn, as we saw with Detroit, he can create chaos and do a lot of different stuff and do things to teams that are whoa, we didn't prepare for this. And that's an element I think he's going to bring to the Jets. It's going to make them a different football team. So Eddie knows how to handle the New York media. He's been there. He's done that. He's been under Bill Parcells. He knows Dan Campbell. He's got that charisma. I think this is a good thing. And, of course, he played here. And that's always good to have a guy that knows the culture and wants best for the fan base and the organization.
I think what's great is this is a dream job for Aaron Glenn. No one has this dream. No one dreams of being the New York Jets head football coach. This is a final destination for Aaron Glenn. He wants the job. He knows how tortured the fan base is, and he wants to try and help turn it around. And that's as good as Jet fans are going to get at this point.
That is exactly right. He's coming from a winning culture, so he's going to know that. The fact that he does want the job, right? You're exactly right. That's a short list of people that are I want to deal with the Jets in that situation.
Right.
But, I think, again, that's where the playing history goes here. He's got pride as a Jet. They drafted me, right? They had some good years here and all that. He understands the Jets fan base and their attitude. So that is special to have a guy like that wants the job and all of that. And I think he certainly can bring some attitude back to the Jets. He's got decisions. The team's good. There's a lot of pieces on the roster you like. They're going to have to figure out the quarterback situation and where they want to go. But, yeah, I definitely like this Aaron Glenn hiring.
Were you surprised Ben Johnson ended up going with Caleb Williams over Trevor Lawrence? Obviously, it's more than that, but are you surprised that that's kind of how that one played out?
No, I'm not. I had kind of said over the last 8-9 days, I was like, it feels like Ben Johnson's going to the Chicago Bears. One, there's some things there. Obviously, in Jacksonville, they fired Trent Baalke yesterday after doing a whole round of interviews. That's weird. Yeah. And that I think we can connect the dot to go, coaching candidates didn't like that Trent Baalke was the GM and they were getting turned down and nobody liked that and nobody liked that structure. So obviously there was something there they didn't like. The Bears, and I meant to say this with the Jets and Aaron Glenn, right? They haven't had a lot of success. So head coaching candidates do love, I can bring this team up they've kind of been down. You can't go much farther down, and there's a lot of room to go up, right? I almost feel like that's what it was with Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs. That usually fancies to a head coaching candidate. But Ben Johnson, the Bears are one of the special organizations in football. It's one of the best fan bases. The Caleb Williams, him or Trevor Lawrence, I'm a big fan of Caleb Williams, as you know. So I understand him liking that. And I think the team as a whole is just set up better in Chicago, right? And then add that to he obviously liked Kevin Warren and Ryan Poles and what they had to offer as far as the front office. And that's why he did it. But they killed that one. That was duh, please hire him. He's going to take Caleb Williams to special heights as a player. He's a brilliant offensive mind. I think he's the best offensive mind to come out to be a head coaching candidate since Shanahan and McVay. That's how highly I think of Ben Johnson.